Welcome back to EWTN News Nightly for Tuesday, May 6th. And tonight we have a special treat. A musical celebration of Saints John Paul II and John the 23rd was held last night right here in Washington. Pope John Paul II's Maestro of 17 years, American Sir Gilbert Levine, conducted performances by the Carnegie Hall Orchestra, the Washington Choral Arts Society, and the Krakow Philharmonic Choir. The theme was the Pope's common commitment to reach out to people of all faiths, one of the priorities of Vatican II. Before the concert, Cardinal Donald Wuerl highlighted that.
One of the things that the council opened up, and one of the things that both of these two holy men did, was focus on reconciliation, focus on the need of all of us to be able to respect one another, work with one another, and come to know one another a lot better.
In that spirit, singers and ambassadors from Poland, Italy, and Argentina came to represent the native countries of three popes. Joining us tonight, the man leading the orchestra, Sir Gilbert Levine. And Sir Gilbert, Pope John Paul II had a special name for you, didn't he?
He called me Nash Maestro, our Maestro.
And we refer to you sometimes as the Pope's Maestro. You called him friend. What is it like?
I never did. It's very important. Cardinal Dziwisz, in 2009, I could never imagine calling the Pope a friend. In 2009, Cardinal Dziwisz gave an interview for Polish television and was asked in Polish about our relationship. And he said, there developed between the Holy Father and the Maestro, as he was called in Rome, a deep spiritual friendship. That is the first time I had ever allowed myself to hear or thought to utter that phrase. Because the notion of a pope and a friend, let alone a Jewish friend, made no sense to me.
But you do think of him as a friend, don't you?
I feel an incredible closeness to him as a human being, as he treated me from the very first time I met him in his private library, as a fellow human being. And he made me feel that commonality of our humanness.
Well, I feel close to him being close to you, and I know how much he had this passion for the arts, especially for music.
He came to understand that music could be a language. I believe that I walked into his life in the middle of a quest that he was on. How do I bring peoples of different faiths together? What is the language I can use that will do this? He came from a home in Wadowice that was in the middle. 30% of Wadowice was Jewish. He came from an environment where the friends he made in school, because he had so little money, were mostly all Jewish. He didn't have the money to go to parochial school. So the future pope was the goalie on the soccer team of the Jews. And I met him, and I believe in his mind he was looking for a way. And by the way, most of those people were murdered in the Holocaust. Real friends.
Ironic. Most
of his soccer buddies were murdered.
He stayed close to others throughout his entire life.
Yes, he did. Jerzy Kluger particularly was a Jew who came to live in Rome when he became Pope. Mm-hmm. But I believe that what I found was this search, that he was looking for a language, and that he came to know through me over the first 3 years of what was a 17-year relationship, which is unbelievable even when I say it, that language maybe could be this way. And he called it the way. And that music would be a way to bring us all together in harmony. That Jews, first Jews, he wanted to find a way for the Catholic Church and the Jewish people to come to it at one man, to be together. And that process began in him, and he began to think and trust that my art could be that way.
And that harmony so beautifully reflected in this concert, which will air on PBS, won't it? Worldwide?
Yes, it will. Yes, it will.
What a beautiful concert, and what a great gift to have you with us tonight.
Thank you so much.
Sir Gilbert Levine, thanks for joining us.